And we're back. Hold on. Okay, audio set right. Sorry. Okay, last time we covered some ground, we took care of what's his butt, the guy we were going after before. King of his castle after going through the chapel, taking him down in a Star Fox Adventures-esque shooting sequence. And now we're trying to make a bomb. So, I'm just realizing, because I realize if we go back here, solid wooden candle stand, nothing useful here. If we explore more around here, now that we don't have to worry about, like, those things stalking the grounds. Is there anything in these, like, church pews? Because we gotta make a bomb, and we gotta find, like, a wiring thing in order to, like, blow up that god finger, but, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do or look for. So let's just take a look around here in case there's something. Okay, I don't remember this being open before. Small fence is protecting something. It looks like some kind of mechanical piece. Maybe that's what we need. Okay, cool. These candles look special. Maybe I can light them. I can try to light them all. Oh, this is the puzzle. Okay, hold on. I had the picture taken. This is that puzzle from the other room. Okay. So it's, if we gotta do it in sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, trying to close the camera now. Okay. Winding mechanism. So now we go make that bomb. Oop. Why'd I go this way? I could have gone the other way. Whatever. I know, now that we picked that up, there's probably something that triggered some new enemies on our way to... Okay. Just in case. We only did a thing, but might as well...
Oh, yes.
Yes. Very nice. Oops, sorry. Okay, I feel like we're at near the end of the game, but I'm still wondering, there's some things we haven't seen yet, like going down that hole in the garden, that rock wall. That's where I was thinking we needed the bomb, but if we go out there and nothing triggers, I'm gonna feel really stupid. So I guess just let's do what the game is telling me, unless there's like other items I never found, or there's other stuff you can do, or maybe you gotta come back through and try these things on different playthroughs. I don't know. Or maybe we're still gonna hit all those pieces along the way, so I guess we'll find out. Alright, hold on. Oh. And winding mechanism. It's an old winding mechanical bit. Oh, I wasn't aiming at the thing. The bomb. Alright, now we're going to walk out that door and something's going to be in the window. Hold on. Just curious if something triggered. Okay. Because we saw something in that window before. Looked very, like, Crony and Gruntilda-like, so... Again, I'm kind of curious if we take the bomb over to, like, the, mine and try to open that up, maybe? But I don't know if that's a thing, or if there's another way to open that later, and I don't want to really waste time trying it out, so I suppose let's just follow the game's directions. very tempted, though. Maybe it's a bad ending. I don't know. Well, okay. Hold on. I'm tempted to try it because I go, maybe, but let's just stay on the main path. Again, we only did one thing, but in case something pops out at me, I don't want to have to redo all that, even though it's a brief walk down a hall with nothing happening. This feels like we're running up to the end of the game, because, like, we got through those last two bosses in pretty quick succession, all things considered. Oh, Jesus. God is angry. It feels a strange sense of uneasing when I come close to it. There's a label underneath there. Alright, let's find out.
Paul?
I was gonna say, now who's the guy who's been puppeteering these two for the...
Oh, my little doll. Why are you trying to run away from home? I will teach you good manners by disassembling.
That checks out. The Doll Master. Okay. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Come on. Can't get up. Jesus Christ. The camera! I swear to God! And I don't have any... Interesting. Okay, I was wondering, it's just sort of like, yeah, someone is puppeteering Pole and all that.
Welcome.
Let's see.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
don't got much, but I suppose.
Thank you.
Sorry. What is the bang? What's the best way? Maybe save the shotgun for when he summons things. But okay, that was the face we saw when we like went to that one room and popped out when we first found that bomb in pieces when that opened up. And you know, this is the guy puppeteering Pole and the other guy for the whole thing. So, can we skip cutscenes? Yes, we can. That's what he's doing. I'm trying to hit the little bastard on the bike. Oh, come on. Oh, shoot. Oh, God, where'd the spear go? Where did my spear go? Oh, did it slip by there? Ah, shoot, I'm dead. God damn it. Little punches aren't doing anything. Yeah. Okay, gotta be careful how I aim my spear. Okay, now the problem is there any way I can, like, get a couple more resources, maybe? Let me just try something. Okay, otherwise, yeah, if this is the last boss, I imagine so, because there's only, like, listing for rewards, so if he's the final boss... Okay. Just curious, not exactly the spot you want to blow up. Makes me think there's something here. Okay, hold on. Okay, back. Sorry, I tried exiting and coming back in, and then it just, like, crashed or something. I really did not buy many of these resources, so maybe that's where I'm falling apart here. Okay, let's just buy a bunch of med kits and just see. We don't have enough to work. If we had, like, two more... If we had, like, two more gears... and I'm not sure if there's any more hidden, or there's, like, an enemy I missed or something, or maybe something else has popped up in an area we haven't been into, like, in a while, like the, aquatic area. Am I going this way? So we just gotta do our best to be careful and power through it, to a degree. Okay. Yeah, back up like that every single time you do something. Shoot. Okay, if we can keep this up for a while. I go, sometimes it still hits him and he walks over it, so that does a lot of damage, actually. This isn't good. God, that face. Can't grab it. He's right on top of it. Oh, no. Just top off. Say screw it. The thing is, we're staying right on his ass, and... Oh. We're staying right on his ass and, you know, making him go in circles so he isn't summoning anything, and that's making it a lot easier. Jesus Christ. Now if we could just run into that once. God damn it. Okay. Gotta remember, we got pretty good defense, so everything's getting, like, cut in half, I think. The Dollmaster. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You can't resist the moment you were injected with Admiston's tooth wheels. You became bound to this place. It's time to accept what you've become.
Okay. So when he says injected, does that mean using tooth wheels or getting the modifications? Oh, damn. I was gonna say, then that entire house was underground, which makes sense and is actually kind of cool. I guess that's it, so we can't escape. Hold on. Obviously looking up. Directors Casper Crows, written by... Okay. Interesting. I was gonna say, average, how long does it take to beat Alisa? 7 hours, and I think I just clocked in just right under that. Voice characters, I missed all the... Okay. Because apparently the director's cut also added a bunch of new endings, but... Huh. Hold on, okay. I'm sorry, I'm looking on Steam and just like, what do people say? Okay, there's like ending A, B, C, and then I guess there's a couple of new endings as part of the developer's cut, but I'm not sure what that entails, and I'm not seeing any information. I'm finding a Steam forum from like 2022. I don't get it. Okay. I'm just looking. So I'm guessing some of them you need to do on New Game Plus. Because apparently what people are saying is just like, okay, there's an ending for not, you know, beating the game without buying any of the Edmondson's modifications. Because, yeah, I was going to say, it's like, what, is she already a doll? No, so that's why these parts work? No, it's because we're turning into a doll, basically, by, you know, using those modifications. So, you know, some quality of life and minor things you gotta forego. I completely forgot to even use the dodge mechanic and stuff like that. The only thing that was useful was the sawtooth wheel magnet and the auto aim. I mean, the auto aim was great, but you know. So, but apparently you're not supposed to get any modifications for like ending A. Ending B is getting modified, and then yeah, that we can't escape. So we just die with the, you know, the mansion. And apparently ending C, you have to do a lot of stuff. But can you only do this on New Game Plus? Because I thought, okay. But apparently if you do like certain things, like you can take Alice's leg, not give it back to her, and instead give it to Edmondson to get another hidden modification. And if you do that, like kill like literally every enemy, I guess, played the fishing game, because of course this has a fishing game, but basically you need to do a bunch of stuff in order to get what's called the new master dress. So once you have that and beat the end of the boss, I think, and you know, beat the final boss, I think that kind of says it all, where it's like the new master. Alisa just takes over this mansion. Sorry, maybe I should zoom forward. Sorry, I've been silent, just like reading and reading. It's like, how does all this work? Any post-credit scene or anything to tell me? Into the unknown. I can hear you, but I won't. Sorry. I was gonna say, what about the black, like, mother puppet? She just kind of disappeared and never came back again. She was just chilling and now everything's gonna crumble. Did it rise out of the ground? Huh. Up. The other guy. Finn. Interesting. So that was Alisa, definitely puppetized, if you want to call it that. You could see it in her fingers. Another round. Finish a New Game Plus playthrough. What? If you say so, game, I guess. Total playtime, 645. Shots fired, 221. Enemies killed, 63. Times died, 21. Times saved, 27. Favorite weapon, blunderbuss, hell yeah. Favorite dress, leather armor. God, that got me through so much. Tooth wheels spent, almost 500. Medkits used, 22. Ending, B, New Game Plus, 0. So, okay. Final results for the first run through. So I guess you just keep going New Game Plus, although I am seeing comments of just sort of like, wait, if I got modifications, they carry over to New Game Plus, am I locked out of the other endings? How does this work? Yeah, I'm surprised there is still, like... Okay. I'll have to look into... It always seems to crash whenever I go back to... I don't know, it just freezes on this one. Okay, sorry, starting up the game again. I don't know, whenever I try to, like, exit back to title, it always, like, freezes, but... Okay, prologue, new game plus. So it starts over. So if we just pop back in... So, very interesting stuff. I don't know. I say it's like, it feels like there's a lot of untouched threads,
Alright,
but I
listen
suppose
up.
that's just like in the grand
Tonight,
scheme of everything.
Spy stole important blueprints, and he got away. However, we were able to gather information and tracked him to his last known location. He escaped with the supply train. We will ride a train on the same tracks, dropping you off at every station in small groups to search the area. Find him and make sure those blueprints don't fall into enemy hands. Got it?
Yeah, it's kind of taking a step back and realizing it's just sort of like, oh yeah, this was not like, well, I'm assuming
Next stop is yours.
it wasn't like destiny or anything like that. You just stumbled upon this. But, okay, you know, I'm trying to remember all the details because, yeah, like, apparently an underground dollhouse, and I imagine, like, the doll master is behind it all. This, you know, probably creepy, very obsessive guy, you know, just, like, yeah, ripping things apart, putting them back together. I don't know who Alisa are or the woman in black. Trust me, with watching, Alisa crawl out of the wreckage, it made me think it's just, like, was she the woman in black? Is this like some weird time paradoxy thing where it's just sort of like a doll of Alisa is actually like the mother and like all sorts of other weird stuff? Oops. Dodge ability. So we still got, yeah, we still got our, you know, other stuff. Probably can't use anything until we're done here. But, you know, you got this abandoned village, you know, coming back to the front and realizing, like, okay, where this all started, this abandoned village with this old man, it's just like, everyone's gone. And, you know, it's like, well, women being kidnapped and probably taken to the dollhouse, and then men, you know, being killed basically by going into the mines, like we saw a bunch of things on, or experimented on by, you know, Edmondson and the others. Whatever was going on here, it seemed like, you know, whatever's going on here, it seemed like there was... did it freeze again? Come on. Yeah, time I quit title, it does this. Okay, sorry, back to that again. Back to the title, but okay. So, there's a bunch here, and I'm sure if going through in other endings, you know, it can change further. I go, why was... Oh, wait, I suppose, why was Elise wearing white there? I suppose that was just, like, you know, under the blue dress here. Okay, whatever. So, that being said, you know, in all seriousness, Alisa Developer's Cut. How, you know, that was Alisa Developer's Cut. How is it? It is pretty good. Like, I get... It does... Again, I'm not familiar with, like, the classic RE, you know... I'm not familiar with classic RE outside of the remake of Resident Evil 1, but what it does very interestingly. Like, I like the idea of just sort of like, you know, kind of having like ink ribbons in a way as a resource that you get from enemies and you need to spend in order to keep your resources and get new items, while still is like what keeps you from saving. So you got to figure out how to juggle all those resources against enemies that unique designs are pretty simple to fight, and I think I kind of busted them by, you know, using the javelin, but, sorry. But it's just like very unique designs and interesting like settings. Just like this, yeah, random dollhouse that seems to be like a mishmash of all these like strange like things between like a flooded, you know, flooded district and like Atlantis looking underneath. Outside having this strange like metallic plants growing around it. A giant fun house built into in a giant circus. Like a lot of different layer of its own distinct layers that have like their own gimmicks, quirks. Sometimes looping around can be a little confusing and, trying to figure out just like some of the puzzles are very esoteric. Like it's just sort of like, how the hell does this work? And you just kind of have to go with it. Kind of like the pulse radar puzzle with the clock is just sort of like, okay, I got the numbers, but I don't know which one was the first number, so I don't know what combination to put in, so I just gotta mix and match and slot them in. Or like that, lockbolt puzzle with the closing room, you kind of just like, okay, you gotta move them in such a way that they both catch on each other and drag each other into the right spot, but it's just like, there's a lot to manage, and again, it takes trial and error to like get it, and it's hard to do that and figure out what you're doing when you're on a time crunch. And stuff like that. But it captures some like interesting Resident Evil stuff, like the Nemesis / Mr. X with the Black Mother puppet. Things you can do. Some interesting bosses, even though again they kind of got trivialized by the javelin. If I didn't have that reusable javelin, I would have been I'd be probably raging trying to beat the Dollmaster. Probably raging trying to beat Isabella too, but yeah, that javelin certainly is the winner of the game. But there is a lot here, and I'm sure like replayability is a huge thing, just trying to like find those little minute details. There's a load of stuff I missed, and I'm very curious about. There's got to be something, like, they wouldn't just like, direct you to something and then leave it. Because there's like 2 other doors that require like the teeth that you can only get at once from Edmondson. So it makes me curious, just sort of like, okay, what are those hiding? Could they be more valuable or better than the straitjacket? What's going on there? There's stuff like that boulder next to Isabella is just like, is there a way to move that out of the way? Can you get can you get any access to the mines? The fact that they're like articulating that just makes me think it just like, it even has an interaction with the bomb where it's just sort of like, they thought about you bringing the bomb to that spot and it's like, no, this isn't what I want to blow up. So that makes me think there is something there, even if it's small, like not a whole like mine area to explore, but there's got to be something. I don't know. And then it's like also in the garden, there's like that little gazebo with the hole. And it's like, maybe if I had a rope, and it's like, you don't articulate that unless there's a point. So unless, and the only thing I can think of is like, unless the rope or whatever, well, I suppose my guess would be that there is also that like stone mouth door in the garden that if you open up with the teeth, like the tooth emblem, I bet you that leads you to a path or like gets you a rope to go down in the gazebo, get like a small mine area to run around in, and then like you maybe come out the other side of the boulder? I don't know, just the thought process. But I'm sure there's something. Or I go, unless you maybe need to get Isabella's armor, across like 2 playthroughs and then sit in the throne and that opens something up. I don't know. Just thought process. This is one that's off to do, and I'm surprised how hard it is to find information on this game. Like, there's no like IGN walkthrough. It's all in Steam forums and such. You look up Alisa game and you like Alisa game and like puzzle solution or like where's this or what's this, and it's hard to find anything like developed. So it's like kind of really shows that this is really under the radar, which is very surprising. I figured like something like this that is kind of like so faithful and like so different at the same time to recapturing the Resident Evil feel. I figured it's like people would be all over this, and it's like I think it did okay. I'm just surprised that it's not bigger, but hopefully it catches on. So with that, more to say, but it's just like, I think that sums it up. This was a very like good, I know I got frustrated a lot, and it's just like, God damn it, son of a bitch this and son of a, but it was, sorry, I'm stumbling. But overall, no, this was a very interesting game with a very, like, cool aesthetic, a great throwback to, like, PS1 horror games that I didn't play, but I can recognize, like, the aspects it borrowed, advanced on, and recreated. And so with that, like, this is something very interesting. So if, yeah, you're an RE fan, this is definitely up your alley. And yeah, I don't know how this compares. Well, those are different games, but I'm just like, I wanted to play this. I wanted to play, like, Tormented Souls. I wanted to play Crow Country. And you know, this one I hope is the hardest of them because that was a lot, but very interesting nonetheless. So I want to replay this at some point. I'll have to come back and take a deeper look at this. But anyways, for now, that's a wrap. So with that all being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off. And thank you for watching me play Alisa, Developer's Cut.